Well, good morning. I ran my 10K this morning. Did pretty good. I ran as hard as I could the second half. Did pretty good. I can tell why I got my side soreness, because I was sprinting as fast as I could. All of a sudden my side starts to hurt, and it's from the stride like this when I overexert. So now I know that answer. Yeah, I got my cholesterol level back. My cholesterol is perfect. My triglycerides are supposed to be less or equal to 149. I have 68. My HDL is supposed to be greater or equal than 40. I'm at 48. My LDL is supposed to be less or equal to 99. I have 69. My overall cholesterol was supposed to be less or equal to 199. I got 131. It's pretty damn good. High density lipo supposed to be less or equal to 3.9. It's 2.7. I mean, those are all-star numbers right there. All-star numbers. Those are good numbers, man. Exercise and good diet. Then you can work more and be more productive. As you can see, my last 7:53, I was hoping to get a sub 8-minute mile, and I was trying on that last one. As you can see, I got faster on the second half of that run, but didn't quite get there. I was cruising, but there was a light I had to stop at too, so that kind of screwed me up. Yeah, 12:38. 9.2 miles per hour max speed, 6.8 average. So yeah, it's pretty gosh forsaken good. I was at the 196, now 199, but I got a lot of liquids in me. So, plus I weighed 196 after the half marathon that I ran. That's a lot of liquids that you're losing. And I didn't drink during that run. So it's natural I rehydrate, and I'm not going to lose as much fluid even though I sweated a lot. So yeah, pretty much been at 199.4, I guess, for the last couple of weeks. And it was kind of like that at 203. I was there for like a couple of weeks. So plus that protein powder, that Orgain protein powder, it's pretty damn good. I like it. I think it's good. And yeah, this logging of the yesterday, yeah, I was kind of heavy on the fats. There's asparagus in here. Yeah, it's a plant vegan based protein, but it's got 21 grams. It's actually in Irvine. That's just down the street, so it's pretty much local. So yeah, I like it. Instead of drinking it, I put it in my oatmeal yesterday. It wasn't bad. It made the oatmeal a lot more filling, that's for darn sure. So not bad. I had some dried blueberries in there. It was good. Good source of protein. I lifted weights. I did some pull-ups. Oh, man. That's my running music. I run to this stuff. I find that 150 beats and the bass and the cinematic stuff really just, yeah, it helps. It's like a crutch, I guess. But I'm not one of them like, oh my God, you're not supposed to listen to music when you're running, man. You're not supposed to do that. Don't do that. It's like sugar's the new crack. You know what I mean? Kind of like orange. Well, the orange is the new black. Well, sugar's the new crack. Seriously. I mean, I understand, oh, they got Demi Lovato to apologize. And yeah, she's a little hypersensitive, but I mean, in a way, yeah, they can try to say that froyo place that they're not into that diet culture, but you know what I mean. If it's hard to find real sugar, you know what I mean. It's just, you know, it's okay for them to cop a interpretation and cancel somebody, no problem. But someone, I'm not saying she was trying to cancel them, but does the same thing to them, all of a sudden it's a, oh my God, you know what I mean? Tit for tat, right? I mean, the Joe Rogan episode, listening to Demi Lovato, I'm not saying, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it's not okay that someone's mean as fuck to you and says some crazy shit to you and makes you feel like shit when you're a kid. And yeah, that can affect you. Hands down, I'm not pro-bullying here. But at some level, no one's a saint. When we're kids, we might say some shit. You know what I mean? So you can't really like blame her for being the reason why you've done drugs and you've been messed up all your life until you got better. I mean, that's not really fair. You know what I mean? Seriously. It's not fair. You know what I mean? And then she's like on the Joe Rogan, like, oh, she didn't remember. Well, she was just probably being a crazy girl. You know, girls are mean to each other like that. Not to say that males aren't, but, you know, it's true. I mean, you'd rather get punched in the face than freaking deal with that kind of crap. But, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, things pass at some level. You gotta just let it go, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm not trying to say it didn't affect you, but come on, you know what I mean? It's just, that's like too extreme. At some level, we gotta let it go. You know, so yeah, I went through all the podcasts listening to her and her real hypersensitive mindset that she has. It's not a wonder. It wasn't a surprise to hear her talking about being triggered and all that and interpreting that. Because, you know, there's a little bit of probably grain of truth in that. You know what I mean? Seriously, if you can't find the sugar, you know what I mean? It is, you know what I mean? It's kind of, you probably won't get judged as much if you were smoking crack. That's a little extreme. Yeah, you know what I mean? But the sugar, it's like, oh my God, you can't have sugar, man. You can't have sugar, dude. You know, sugar's the new crack, right? I mean, it's people going crazy, and you got to have some understanding too, right? That with what she's been through and what she's going through, not that I know her, but listening to that podcast, you can tell that yeah, I mean, she's been through what she's been through, and she's dealing with things, especially the not being able to think without being criticized by the media, because that's basically what got her to apologize, is the media picking up on it and then making a scene about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I can fucking make that same, I could make that same comment, dude. You not have to worry about it. You know what I mean? She makes that comment because she's a figure and whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is, man. You gotta let it go, and, you know, I don't really feel sorry for that place. There's probably a lot of better restaurants that went out of business that, you know what I mean, are more deserving than a hipster's joint that attracts the stars. You know what I mean? You gotta be cool to go in there. They probably charge like $50 a cup. You know what I mean? I'm joking around, but yeah, you know, we're a fucking crazy society now, man. You gotta watch what you say. Not to say that you shouldn't. I mean, come on, man. You gotta freaking get real. Stop being crazy. Stop being freaking crazy. It's like, I'm more of a moderate. I'm not really any size at all. But like how they would tag the right-wingers. Anybody that's not a leftist is really, yeah, they're not really liberals. They're more likely leftists. But, okay, let's quote-unquote call them liberal on the left. Oh, so therefore you're a Nazi if you're not with us. So you can kind of see where that would be like the lending of like how to make people vegan. It's just like to imply that anybody who's not vegan is evil. Then you'd have those people that are really self-conscious, don't want to be labeled, be like, oh my God, I could be vegan. You know what I mean? Can't be evil, dude, because I'm killing animals. Eat animals. I gotta go vegan, man. And then they'll be like in the closet eating their steaks, you know? Can't get caught eating this meat, man. I don't want to get labeled. It's kind of, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's a crazy world in which we live in, man. I mean, I understand as a human being, we have the power to use our mind to change things. But at the same time, we're human and we're animals. You know what I mean? You can destroy the planet by eating all the plants, man. Because a lot of our oxygen comes from trees. So if we're going to deforest the planet so we can grow these crops, and we're actually hurting just as much. It's the kind of reason why wolves are good. They kind of thin the herd, which is good for the grass. It's good for the rivers. Kind of helps things. It's good to be compassionate, but in some way, you know, we consume. You know what I mean? We're omnivores. So, I guess the issue is when we start getting moral, on the high horse of morality about things, that's when, you know what I mean, we're being kind of ridiculous, I guess. Get off the high horse, I guess. Get off your high horse. Stop judging. Being righteous, you know what I mean? Make yourself feel better. Because I hug trees and I eat plants, man. I don't kill animals. Yeah. I mean, wasting food, yeah, definitely. I mean, you shouldn't. I'm not really on board without going out there and killing for sport. You know what I mean? I'm not really on board with that. But if you're killing to eat, it's a different story. And actually, I have more respect for people that can go out there and kill their own meat. Because it's easy to dissociate the process of killing when you're picking it off a shelf, right? So, I don't know, man. It's a crazy world. That's one thing that's great about doing delivery. You don't have to be so guarded about conversation because you're not having conversation with people. I've never had... Well, I'm pretty good at avoiding controversial topics. So I've never really got in trouble. But, yeah. Definitely what I just talked about isn't what you would be talking about with a customer. And you can't read that. But I'm going to take it anyway because it's fast. Yeah. Obviously, as the tip to tie this in to Uber tips, the topic that I just touched on is not the topic you would want to talk to a customer about. All right. That ties it all back into Uber. So I will catch you guys later, and thank you.